Welcome to the industrial pharmacy class. I'm going to talk about the topic disintegration test. This is one of the tests which plays a very important role to know whether the orally administered tablet could able to disintegrate in the gastric fluids or not. So this test consists of an apparatus known as disintegration test apparatus. This is how the disintegration test apparatus will look like. Basically, this is the two basket model. Similarly, you also have single basket, but here this picture is depicting two basket disintegration test apparatus, which consists of parts like this is the basket assembly, where you can be able to see here this shaft basket assembly is fixed. Can you see this second picture here? This is the basket which is being fixed to the shaft. So this is another machine consisting of four disintegration baskets. So here the basket consists of six tubes. Can you see the longitudinal cylindrical tubes? These are the cylindrical tubes having a mesh screen at the bottom and open at the top. So the screen is made up of stainless steel and it is 10 mesh size. Okay. Likewise, you have six chambers, six glass tubes which are fixed to the basket assembly, and this is fixed to the shaft. And this entire basket is placed into the disintegration jar. So the disintegration jar can hold 1000 ml of disintegration medium. So here the medium can be 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid, which simulates gastric fluids, or it can be of any phosphate buffer 9.2 or 7.8, or based upon the disintegration medium that is being specified in the pharmacopoeias. So here the medium can be gastric fluids like 0.1 HCl, or intestinal fluids consisting of a particular pH, or it can be generally water. So generally it can be distilled water. Mostly in most of the cases it will be distilled water. So the quantity that is to be taken is 1000 ml. And can you see here this small picture over here to the right hand side? This is known as a perforated disc. So this disc consisting of five small pores and having perforations and open chambers on the periphery of the disc. This is a plastic disc consisting of five perforations. That means small pores which allows water to penetrate through these perforations. And this entire disc is placed into each of the plastic containers. So before placing, the tablet should be placed. Then over the tablet, this perforated disc must be placed. The main purpose of using this perforated disc is to prevent a floating of the tablet. That means in order to be the tablet within this cylindrical vessel, this perforated disc will help. So the tablet will not come out of this disc. So once this disc is placed over the tablet will be within this chamber. That is the main purpose of this perforated disc. So now you understood the disintegration basket assembly, the disintegration jar, and the perforated disc. All these three put together, you will get arranged like this. You see here, this is how the arrangement will look like. Then if you come over here, this is another picture, same thing. Here also, can you see the perforated discs over here? And here, and you see the perforated basket over here, the 10 mesh screen at the bottom. Then you have the assembly over here. Then can you see here, this is the temperature probe. For example, if you see, this is the outer container wherein it maintains body temperature of 37 degrees centigrade. So in this body temperature, the disintegration beaker is placed, and into this the basket is made to enter. Okay, now if you see here, the basket assembly will move up and down. This one will be driven by motor, and the shaft is moved up and down. When it is moving up and down, what happens is it moves at a speed of 28 to 32 cycles per minute. When it is moving up, The basket on its movement, it should be 2.5 centimeters from the surface of the water. And on its downwards movement, it should be 2.5 centimeters away from the beaker bottom. So that is how the specification is to be made. And that is how the assembly is also to be made. So that is why if you are going to use USP specified, or if the equipment is going to meet the requirements of the pharmacopoeia, then these parameters are properly being adjusted by the machine itself. That means the machine goes by 28 to 32 cycles per minute. Then it adjusts the basket movement within the medium itself, and the temperature is constantly maintained without increasing in the temperature. So constant temperature is maintained. So this is how the panel, by using the control panel, you can able to adjust. So these are the various parts and the uses and applications of each and every part in the disintegration apparatus. Now, what you do is you just take the disintegration medium and you place into the beaker and place the tablets inside and put the perforate discs inside and switch on the apparatus. That the process will be moving up and down for so the parameter. For example, for it will be run for 15 to half an hour. So depending upon the type of dosage form you have to see. For example, normal tablets or conventional tablets, generally the medium will be water or any buffer. The limits must be less than 15 minutes. That means the tablets must disintegrate within 15 minutes. Disintegrate within 15 minutes means whatever tablet is being placed, it should come out of the mesh. So nothing should be retained on the mesh. So everything should come out of the mesh. So it should pass out through the mesh. That is taken as the end point. So all the tablets, uncoated tablets, should disintegrate within 15 minutes. If it is, let us say, sugar coated tablet, it can be water, can be the disintegration medium, or 0.1 and HCl is taken as the medium, and it should disintegrate within 1 hour. If it is film coated tablet, it should be within 30 minutes. If it is dispersible tablet, it should be less than 3 minutes. So when it should be less than 3 minutes, means in few seconds itself the tablets will be disintegrating. Effervescent tablets, it should be less than 5 minutes. Some kind of modified release or delayed release, then it should be disintegrate within these limits. For example, let us say if it is an entry coated tablet. So the main purpose of entry coated tablet is to be released in the intestine, but not in the gastric fluids. So thereby what happens is, so it should not have any disintegration up to 2 hours in the gastric fluids. But once it is has crossed 2 hours of time, then within 1 hour, it should able to disintegrate in the intestinal fluids. So that is the condition for entry coated tablets. You understand? That is about the entry coated tablets. Oral dispersible tablets, it should be less than 3 minutes. Soluble tablets, as well as lyophilizates also will be having a disintegration time of less than 3 minutes. Okay, so on the whole, what we can able to say, generally for uncoated tablets, the disintegration time is less than 15 minutes. For film coated tablets or sugar coated tablet, it is less than 1 hour. Okay, these are the limits for the disintegration time. What are the factors affecting disintegration tablets? So the medium used plays a very important role. Temperature of the test medium, operator's experience, the nature of the drug, the diluent used in the formulation, the type and concentration of the binder used, the type and amount of disintegrant used, and the method of incorporation, the presence of excessive lubricants, and compressional force. These are all the factors which are going to affect the disintegration of tablets. For example, let us say if you take the concentration, here we are saying that the type and concentration of binder. If the binder concentration is more, thereby what happens is the tablets will not disintegrate. It will take more time for the disintegration to take place. So thereby, once the tablet is orally administered, When it comes in contact with the gastric fluids, it will be there for 1 to 2 hours. So within that time, it has to disintegrate. If it is not disintegrated in the gastric fluids, then it becomes um, useless, or that means the bioavailability of the drug is not available to the patient. So it loses its flavor for the main purpose for what it is being to be administered. Okay, so the factors are very, very important. This is about the disintegration time, and in subsequent classes, we'll see some more um, topics. Thank you.